Hello, and welcome to The Hero Spouse. I'm Kendra Ruth, here to answer one of your questions about marriage and midlife crisis. Today we have an anonymous female left behind and forward-moving spouse. Her bomb drop is September 10th, 2019, and her date of marriage is 2008. She has an off and on who is a high-energy replayer. She says, my husband used to put a lot of effort into convincing me and everyone that it was a mutual separation, and the affair started way later. So yesterday we had a hearing regarding co-parenting, and I noticed he wasn't doing that. I thought it was an essential piece in his and every MLCer's narrative to not make him look like the bad guy. So I wonder how come he gave that up. First, I'm going to start out that it is not an essential piece in all MLCers. Some of them take on the martyr, and I'm so bad. So it's not always. But wouldn't he just admit he's bad? And really, how could he keep up the narrative of love and commitment in the affair if he's someone who steps out of a marriage and a family? Well, first thing, I'm not sure I'm following the confusions that are going on here. So I think when I give an answer, I might not have understood the other piece of the question. So I'm just going to answer basically. How does somebody who is in an affair, meaning that they are having an adulterous relationship while married, keep up love and commitment while they're breaking love and commitment? Because they make excuses for why they are in a bad marriage, for why their spouse doesn't deserve it, for why they do deserve to get out of this marriage. So they denigrate the marriage. And that could be through denigrating the spouse. And then they're not making him look like the bad guy. But it looks like you said he's now accepting that he was the bad guy. This is what I didn't quite get. He's been trying to give that view of himself that I just said. He's going to denigrate the marriage instead so that he can have an excuse for, well, I really am a love and commitment guy. I just had a bad wife. It just was not working. And there are situations like that, right? I mean, there really are. Most of them aren't, but yeah. And he was trying to do that. So yesterday we had a co-parenting and he wasn't doing that. What does that mean? What was he doing instead? Instead of saying what he wasn't doing, what was he doing that was showing you? Was he accepting that he was, yes, I wasn't perfect in my marriage and here are examples? And when that happened, what is your concern about that? Why do you worry about that? Do you then say, oh my gosh, he's not doing it, so I doubt it's a midlife crisis? Because in your situations, he's been straight in midlife crisis. And I think you know that. So I think you're just getting confused with some behaviors. Is this part of insight? I don't know. I can't tell you since I don't know. I know what he didn't do rather than what he did do in that co-parenting session. He's not making himself to be the good guy, the hero, the rescuer anymore. He's not making himself, or maybe you're saying he's not making himself to be the victim of a bad marriage that he had to get out of. But I don't know which. So at this point, if you could give me some more information on your question, or maybe rephrase it a little bit, give me a little bit more background. I mean, I know the background on your situation. I've got enough to go back to look at that. But on this particular piece and the question, because I was confused, but I wanted to get this out there so that we had an answer for you. And I can probably give you some more. But it is not an essential piece of every MLCer's narrative. And MLCers are going to change, develop, and grow through that. There's progress in MLC. Is he making progress? And is that a little sign of it? I don't mean a good or bad sign even, but just sign that, yeah, he's moving through the tunnel. It might get worse. It might get better, but he's moving. Okay. So rather than this being helpful, I think I just need some more information this time. And then I'll see everybody in the next question. And maybe that next one will be more on this. Okay. Thanks.